The sun is up, the sky is blue, winter is behind us, and we are hitting the road again. In this video, we share our plans for this year's summer travel. As with last year, our plans are centered around experiencing nature and visiting many of our historical sites. For summer, our travel is staked around visiting Colorado and touring several of the wonderful national parks in that beautiful state. We have built our travel plans around visiting Great Sand Dunes National Park, a park we have previously visited and really loved. As a result, we are very much looking forward to seeing it once again. Let's see if we can do something this year about those holes in the map. I believe we're going to start by picking up Oklahoma. But first, parting our winter at home brings both sweet anticipation as well as most great sorrow. We have spent several months in our adopted state of Florida at the lovely beach location, Miami Beach. We were only a few short steps from lovely soft white sand beaches and absolutely stunning sunsets. In addition to saying goodbye to our lovely winter home and many friends we have made there, we are also saying goodbye to Pearl. Yes, our beloved Ram 2500 is not coming with us this year. We're moving up to diesel power, as well as giving us the ability to size up our RV Addy. We have put more than 50,000 miles on Pearl in 2 short years, and she gracefully took us without a single issue on every one of those miles. Introducing our new ride, also a Ram, a 3500 however. This one we have named Dwight, also based upon its color. Hello, I'm Ken.
And I'm Patty.
From Ken and Patty's Travels. That's both our YouTube and our website. And today, we basically wanted to tell you what our travel plans were for 2024. And we are starting a little later than we did last year. This year, we're starting in April. Last year, we started in February, right at the beginning of February. And what happened then?
We chased the cold weather.
Yeah, we chased a lot of snow. So this year, we're starting later, and that's intentional. Even though when we make travel plans, we check the weather, that doesn't always work out. So, this year, we thought we'd share what our travel plans are with you. And they are sitting here. You probably can't see them very well, but I'll put a better picture up later. We're starting from our home base in Georgia. We're actually leaving from Chad's place. Mm-hmm. And we make our travel plans in RV Trip Wizard, which probably a lot of you use or are looking at using. And the way we make our travel plans is we pick a few key places along our route. And in particular, if there's a national park, what we do is we make that the focal point for our travels. And the reason we pick a national park is because A, we like national parks,
yes, we do.
But B, they're also very hard to get into. Unless you secure your reservation very early, you don't get in there. Or they have the type which is a first come, first serve, and that really favors the locals versus us who is traveling a long ways. So, what we do is we pick national parks, and in this case we picked one we had traveled to previously, although not our travel trailer. That is Great Sands National Park, a lovely park, a park that previously we went to.
Great Sand Dunes.
Great Sand Dunes, you're right.
Great Sand Dunes. Edit.
So anyways, Great Sand Dunes National Park. And we are making that kind of the focal point in our travel plans. And then once that date is set, I know what my time frame is to make our way there. And we set typically a few spots along the route that are about 250 miles apart. Why do we do 250 miles?
That's enough driving in a day.
That is plenty of driving in a day. This year we have upgraded our truck. We have a 50-gallon tank, so 250 miles does not cause us to have to stop for gas while we're driving. However, that's enough driving in a day. That's a good 4.5 hours to
It is. I know lots of people can do 500, but it's exhausting for us to set up and drive and make all these plans and everything and still work that much in a day. So we kind of cut our days smaller.
Yes. Also, 500 miles would put you in leaving in the morning, late at night, and we don't want to be shut.
We don't want to do that.
All right. So along our route, we're about 250 miles apart. Our first stop is where? Utah, Alabama. And the reason that's kind of funny is because Utah is also our last spot. So we step ourselves along the way, and we're doing a clockwise rotation. The outbound route We spend 3, 4, 5 days at each location. On the way back, we're making a pretty quick return. We head back to Georgia, where we do a favor for one of our family. And then we're going to head up and go to
Tennessee.
and see the Hanks.
Yes.
Happily
We
Ever
went-
Hanks.
We want to see Happily Ever Hanks.
Yep. Doing another gathering with them. And actually, it'll be the second time. They're a lot of fun.
A meet and greet.
A meet and greet. So anyways, that's our travel plans for the year. Hopefully, you'll join us as we
Well, for
continue.
this session. Then after that, we take off again.
That's true.
So it's not for the rest of the year, but
No.
this is just one section.
That's the summer travels. Hopefully you'll join us for the videos as we pop them out. Look for the national parks. We have 3 key national parks. Like I said, Great Sand Dunes
Sand dunes.
National Park. We are also doing Black Canyon to the Gunnison,
Yes.
and then we're going out to Arches, and then we turn around. And these are fairly close together, so they presented a real nice opportunity to pick up 3 national parks. We completed all the national parks last year for the lower 48. However, we haven't done it in a travel trailer, and we're going to try to finish that out in a travel trailer at some point in the future. Next year, Alaska.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Our first stop is in Utah, Alabama. This is a lovely park, and it's great to be traveling again. Our stay here is short, but in just a few days, we really enjoyed the quiet beauty and the experience we have here. Our stay at Utah quickly runs out, and we pull out and continue our westward progression. For our second stop, we pass through Mississippi, stopping a short distance into Louisiana. The location here is significant historically, as natives to North America established several large colonies as far back as 3,000 years BC. The largest of these is known today as the protected location Poverty Point World Heritage Site. The site became a huge trading hub, with commerce occurring north and south for hundreds of miles. Some of their construction, in the form of huge earthenworks, remains to this date. Yet, due to the lack of written works, or discarded goods and scraps, little is known about the residents' existence. Archaeologists have discovered hundreds of ring structures on the site. However, while quite plentiful, we have no idea what purpose they served. Should you travel to the site, we strongly recommend taking a tram tour, as the local ranger is both incredibly knowledgeable and quite entertaining. Meanwhile, at the campground, we spend our time walking around the grounds, taking in the many sights. The campground is an extraordinary value at $14 a night. As we traveled through Mississippi, we passed through the city of Vicksburg. Vicksburg was considered the key to defeating the South during the Civil War, and I am really looking forward to visiting the National Battlefield there and the associated museums contained within it. For much of the Civil War, the city of Vicksburg was impenetrable to Northern attempts to take the city. President Grant, then the commanding general of the Northern forces, called the city the Gibraltar of the Confederacy. It was here that 2 indomitable armies squared off in ferocious, prolonged battle. Touring the National Battlefield, the armies and their actions are both documented, memorialized, and visible within the expansive landscapes within the park. One of the star display items within the park is an ironside gunboat that was sunk during the battle here. The Cairo Museum showcases the remains of the ironside shallow draft riverboat, which was sunk by 2 shore-fired torpedoes. Today, this kind of device is called a mine. Still visible in the remains today, you can see the burned wood where the mines exploded against the hull. The northern attacks on Vicksburg were all repulsed, resulting in the battle de-evolving into a 47-day siege. The conflict resulted in more than 37,000 casualties, with the South experiencing the majority of these by a 9-to-1 ratio. Of these, more than 21,000 were either missing or captured men. This total does not include the many civilians within Vicksburg that were also impacted by the siege. The National Cemetery at Vicksburg is a stark reminder of the cost paid by our military to both preserve and to protect this union when our political leaders are incapable of or unwilling to find a peaceful solution to our conflicts. Thank you for watching our video. We greatly appreciate you giving us your time to join us on our travels. If you liked the video, please hit like, and if you know anyone that would also enjoy this video, please forward it on to them. If you would like to see more of these videos, please hit the subscribe and notification icons so you'll be notified as soon as we release further new videos.